Good morning, it's Saturday morning, and this is Justine. I hope my sister makes one of these too. In fact, I'm going to challenge her to do it. But welcome to our channel, Spiritually Strategic Co. We do a lot of advice, self-help. We have a podcast called The Sunflower Society, and we just love to have fun together. We both love plants and gardening and cooking and lots of other things. So check it out, but please be sure to hit subscribe if you like this or hit the like button. But I thought I would come on here. I've always been, my sister and I love coffee. If you do watch our podcast or you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that we both are kind of obsessed with coffee. And I personally love like ethically sourced beans. So today, let me grab it really quick, but I'll put the camera here while y'all wait. I've been on, I don't know if you guys can really see. Okay, there, no, yeah, no. Can you tell this is my first one? Can you tell? Oh, and the water's boiling. Okay, hang on. All right, so this, you can't really see it because it's backwards. I'm gonna do like, if you ever watch the other channels and they're like, yeah, this right here. I actually researched what is a mukbang or a mukbang, and they got very popular starting in 2010 in South Korea. And it's basically just sharing what you're eating and then people watch you. So tell me, what's your favorite type of coffee in the comments if you're watching this. But this is from, I think I got this, I don't even remember where I bought this. It's probably at like the local like market place, like a locally owned place I like to try to support. But these are traceable. So this is pretty cool because what I did was these beans were ethically sourced in Honduras. And so I went on and I just, right there. I just can't. I'm doing that because I see so many people on here do it and I don't really get it. It's like, yeah, just go. You can go tap it. Anyways, there's a QR code and you can scan it and it tells you exactly where those beans were harvested when, you know, exactamente los detalles. Anyways, you can go check it out, the details. Okay, so this one is called, it's just Ethical Bean Coffee, and this is their ground bold dark roast. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, I just don't have my favorite cup. Hang on. It's a new favorite. It was a gift. But this mug says, "We rise by lifting others." So I love it. I usually have 2 cups because I'm going to heat up the creamer I'm using in this one. It's easy to pour it out of here. I don't have one of the fancy little, you know, the silver things like at coffee shops where the baristas like pour it and hold back the foam. So I just use this. So I'm going to be putting silk almond creamer in there, caramel. Right here, caramel. My other favorite is creme brulee in the fall and winter. This has, it's really healthy actually as far as creamers go. So I can understand why it's America's #1 almond creamer, but it only has 25 calories and 4 carbs. So if you're a keto person, good to know. So that's gonna go, let me try to turn the camera. Maybe not, maybe I'll just hold everything up. But that's gonna get poured in here. I'm gonna do about, probably 3 tablespoons. I'm making a big latte today. It's Saturday. And I've boiled my water. So the next thing we're gonna do, this is made by Melita. And I got this for $4. Okay, $4. My sister has another one. Again, Kara, I'm challenging you to do a coffee mukbang. And show us how you make coffee, okay? So this is by Melita. It was like $4. She has a much fancier one. So I've used a pour over before for a single cup. We're gonna place it on top of the cup. But this is plastic, $4. I don't know if it was ethically sourced, guys. I don't. It says made in the USA. and it's top rack dishwasher safe. But it tells you what type of filters. So these are number 2 filters, also made by Melissa. And super premium. They're natural brown. And it says they brew rich, flavorful coffee. Let me get this here. Yeah, I think we got the thumbnail. Okay, anyways, I'm going to place it on top of this beautiful mug, like so. Okay. Next thing, opening these filters for the first time. This is the first time I've used this. This is kind of why I'm doing it, because go ahead and put in the comments. Do you prefer like an old school Mr. Coffee Maker? Do you only go to coffee shops? I kind of want to know what other people do. Do you use a Greca? Do you use a French press? Do you use a pour over? Are you fancy? Do you have like a Chemex? This is my Greca that I love. Love this. But sometimes, you know, you don't need that much. It's Saturday. I'm only going to have 1 cup this morning while I do some writing and reading. Okay. Anyway, so I'm taking the filter. This is how it looks. Okay. Placing it inside. Like so. Okay. It fits perfectly. Let me get my little scooper for my coffee. I like to use this. Ooh. I like to use this. I don't even know where it came from. I just always use it to scoop my coffee. So I call it my coffee scoop. Do you grind your own beans? I used to really get into that, and still sometimes I do, but this was just I happened to go with this one, and it's already ground. So again, if you've skipped forward, reminder, Ethical Bean Coffee. It's the name of the brand. All right. It tells me 2 tablespoons of ground coffee for every 6 fluid ounces of water. I never really follow measurements, in fact, but this is a tablespoon scoop. Okay, so we're going to put at least 2 in here, maybe more, because I love strong coffee. Okay, we're going to pour it in there. Okay, okay. I'm going to put 1 more scoop, at least. I think I'm going to do 3, just because. Just for good measure, pun intended. Okay, so I kind of like shook it to level it out. Okay, so I don't need to like smooth it out or anything, but I just kind of shook it to smooth it out. Right? Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do. You heard this going off when we started. It's my tea kettle. I boiled some hot water in it, and we're gonna pour it over. We're gonna pour, baby, pour. Let me move this back. I have an awful lot going on in this little stove area. Let's move it so you can actually see. Pouring over. For the first time we're using it. Let's see how it works. Okay. Can you hear that? It sounds like somebody's going to the bathroom. Okay. There we go. Oh, my phone says I can't zoom in. Okay. Well, pouring over some more. Don't mind my thermal pajamas, you know, Saturday. Okay. Smells delicious. Still smells like brewing coffee, guys. And ladies. And everybody. Okay. Okay. if you guys have a better way, but I just heat up this creamer in the microwave. Again, if I had one of those fancy like little steamer kettles, do you guys know what I'm talking about? They're just plain like silver steel, almost like this, but not a Greca. They're just like a little pitcher, yes. And I think normally you would set those on another burner and heat up the cream or the milk or whatever you're using, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna put this in the microwave real quick. I'm gonna do 40 seconds. And again, we're making a caramel latte pour over. This is the one I use, Silk, America's #1 almond creamer. All right, let's go back to the pour over action. So here's the only thing. At this point, I'm not really sure how much I poured, so let's look inside. All right, let's lift it up. It's still dripping, but we got about half a cup full, and I want a little bit more than that. So we're gonna pour over. You can see the grounds, like they kind of stick to the edges of the filter, so when you do pour more water over, it's nice because then you're hitting those grounds, and you can just, you know, it pulls that flavor. I can see how it brews. Also, I keep my coffee in the freezer. Who else does that? Put in the comments if you keep your coffee in the freezer, or where you keep it typically. If you use beans, where do you usually keep those? And what are your favorite brands? Give me some recommendations for new brands to try. I do love like ethically sourced, and knowing where my coffee came from. I love Dominican coffees, Puerto Rican coffees, of course. And I usually have different friends or family that have given me coffee from both of those places. Yeah, but make your suggestions, please. Please, please, please. And then let me know, do you prefer iced or hot coffee? Even in the winter, there's some people who, they still stick to iced coffee. I live in the greater Chicago area region. And I know people up here, even when it's like the tundra, and they're still out there drinking their iced coffee. But okay, let's check the status of this. All right, so there's still a little bit more in there. I'm gonna actually hold this up too so you can get a really good view. There's still, right? There's still just a little water dripping. So I've got the amount that I want in my cup. And the next thing we're gonna do is use this, okay? This, I got, it says it's ZYLISS. I got this frother, I think for like $9, also at Meijer. So if you don't have Meijer stores in your area, it's just like a super Target, basically. Got everything. All right, so remember I heated up my creamer, the caramel, and I heat it up in the microwave because, again, maybe I need to put that on a holiday wish list. Like, I need one of those little, you know, things to steam my milk professionally, even though it's at my apartment. Okay, so what's going to happen with this is we're going to put it in here. There's my creamer. Going to turn it on. It's going to go, okay, that's how it works. And you just kind of, you know, move it around and it froths it up. Normally, if you're frothing it correctly, it's going to get double the size of what you put in there. And remember, I put probably about a quarter cup, honestly, like measuring cup wise. So now it's fluffing up and it's almost 3/4 full. So So actually it's tripled. So you get it as frothy as you want. Okay. Let me move this back over so you guys can see. All right. So normally, and I'm gonna do it today too, just gonna set this in my sink. But we've got our pour over ethical bean coffee brewed and steaming because you use the boiling water, right? And then we've got our foam to make our latte, and it's our creamer. You don't need any extra sugar or anything. This will do you really, really well. Okay. It'll hook you up. It's the real talk. Okay. I'm done with little catchy phrases. I've got my spoon, and I'm just going to take this. I hold back the foam because I want to put the creamer in first. So I'm going to pour it in and hold back the foam. And then what I like to do is stir in, right? Because you just don't want it setting on top. We've all been to those coffee shops, and you know, some baristas, they get lazy. Let's just call a spade a spade. Some baristas get lazy. They throw it in there on top. They don't stir it. They put your lid on. But that's why, too, if you're at home, which we all should be as much as possible quarantining still, and it's getting colder in some areas of the country, if you're at home, you know, you control how much amounts you put in, all that kind of stuff. And then I end by putting the foam on top. Now, no, I'm not going to make a heart or a leaf. Maybe I'll learn how to do that. If I get one of the fancy pour things, I could definitely learn how to do that and show you all. So I guess tell me in the comments if you want me to do that. All right, we've put that in the sink. And now, here it is. Favorite mug, caramel almond latte, we'll call it that, pour over style. Let's try it. Okay, get my hair out of my mouth.